So today, as promised, we are going to begin doing our 3D paper models. Okay, and you should have a series of 10 images that are from this same set of handouts. So what I did is, first thing you need to do is put your name on each one of the exercises and put the number of which exercise, so 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Today we're only going to be doing numbers 1 through 5. And I want to point out that exercise number 10 is bonus opportunity, which is super fun. So I used my pencil, I wrote my first and last name, what number exercise, and now I'm ready for my X-Acto knife and my metal ruler. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is separate each of the exercises. Okay, never put your hand in line with the razor blade. Okay, unless you want to be counting with fractions. Okay, so I'm going to just put this off to the side because I'm going to want to see which way that I'm supposed to fold these. But just take a little bit of time and cut directly on the line. Don't go off the side. This is going to be about precision and accuracy. Okay, I see that I got a little woogity right there. So I'm going to come back and make sure I'm cutting exactly on that line. Okay. This is not a race to be done first. This is about being precise. And if you mess up really bad, I have included the file on today's Canvas for you to print up another copy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just finish cutting out number 1 so I can show you what it is that I want you to do. And I'll teach you a couple of the little tricks that I have picked up over the past couple of years of trying to do some of these models. Okay, so there we go. Okay, I'm going to put the rest of this off to the side. Now, number 1 is obviously the most simple one to do. Okay, and I'm going to bring this up close so you can see it. I'm going to put down the sharp object while I gesture. You have a series of solid lines, and you have 2 different kinds of dotted lines. You have the red dots and the blue dots. Okay, and for anybody who's having trouble with the colors, the red dotted line is the longer dashes. The red lines we're going to fold so they make a valley, they make a mountain, so they come up like a mountain. And the blue lines we're going to fold down like a valley. Any of the solid lines we're going to cut. And to get really crisp, clean edges and bends, you're going to use the dull side of your X-Acto knife. Okay, don't use the blade, use the dull part. This is one of those tricks that I picked up, and I'm going to flip my ruler over and hold that still, and then I'm just going to barely press, but I'm dragging that across the dotted lines. And don't press down too hard, otherwise you'll end up cutting it. But you could feel the little bit of tearing that happens as you're dragging your blade over those cuts, and what it's done is it ripped just one tiny little bit of layer of the paper along those lines. So now, I want to do that for all of my dotted lines. So I'm going to take a moment, and the reason why we want to do that is, again, to get really clean, crisp bends and folds, because you are going to be graded on each of these due to precision and neatness. Okay, and you can, if you're really quiet, you can even hear that tearing that happens as you're cutting. Never, ever, ever use your plastic drafting equipment as a straight edge whenever you're using an X-Acto knife, because this blade will cut your equipment, and then you will no longer have straight lines. Make sure that you're starting and stopping directly where that solid line is. Don't go beyond, and don't stop short, otherwise this will not work. Again, you just need to be very, very patient, very, very calm. And I'm taking my time to line up my straight edge. There we go. So whenever I'm not using my X-Acto knife, I'm going to put the lid on it. Okay. Always keep in mind that, especially if you have younger siblings or pets, cover up that sharp blade. They don't know any better. Okay, so now I have my 2 cuts, and again, the red line is going to come up towards you to make the mountain. All of your blue lines, your blue dotted lines, are going to bend down away from you to create valleys. And if you did it right, you should be able to fold this thing in half. And what I'm going to be looking for are nice, crisp bends. Okay, I don't want any like rounded bends. I want to see that definite fold along that line. Okay, and once you have it, okay, you're going to bring these into me for me to grade. So I would even use like a chip clip or a paper clip or something, but keep them stored in your folder, folded in half like this, so that when you're ready for me to grade them, you bring them up to me and I can open them up and see your name, the number, and your nice clean lines. Okay, proceed with caution. Your assignment for today is exercises 1 through 5. Good luck.